Good morning. This is Dale with the Outdoorsman Zone. This morning I was hunting and I watched a buck come into this scrape. I got him on thermal. When I get back, I'm gonna download the video. But this is the scrape that he was working this morning. This is the second one where I have him rubbing his head against a tree here, leaving his scent behind. The other scrape, I believe, is over this way. The buck came in at first light, a little spike, so I let him walk. But I saw him over here, scraping and urinating in a scrape that's probably going to be in this tree over here. Okay. This is where he was working this morning. You can see it there and there, leaving his scent behind in the limb above the scrape. No deer, saw some activity. I'm looking forward to getting home to see what the thermal looks like. So if you're not familiar with it, when we talk about a scrape, that's where the buck comes and rubs and urinates. And you can see the wet spot there, I believe, from the urine this morning. Dale with Outdoorsman Zone, out. This is when I first heard the buck. I took my thermal out to take a closer look to see what was coming through. And I could tell that he was a spiked buck with his tail up. He had just finished working that scrape. Then he was working his way towards the food plot. So I just hit the record button and just to get some footage of him. Right now he's nibbling on the green, I believe that's winter rye I have in that plot. And he just keeps working his way through. As he continues on through the plot, I was hoping that another buck would be in the area, but unfortunately, he was the only one that came through. He works his way across the plot and eventually gets to the other scrape. So, as I showed you in the other video, the two different scrapes that he was working. And with the thermal, you can even see his rack. You could judge the deer just to see what's going on. Thermal picks up just about everything. So I could see the little kickers on top of his head. I knew it was a young buck. I was hoping for either a nice buck or a mature doe. And that's the buck over there leaving his scent on the branches there over that second scrape. The good thing about the thermal, it allows you to capture the movements and see what the deer is doing. And he's just really putting his scent on that licking branch right there. So overall, it was a good morning. And I look forward to the next one. Dale with Outdoorsman Zone, out.